Welcome all soldiers to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your generals, Jonathan Arneson, Daniel Gutierrez, and Ali Vagefi.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your General of the South, Jonathan, and as always, I'm joined by my rival in the North, Daniel, and fellow Southern General Ali. What a weekend of football.
Oh, rough week. Man. Oh, did any of us get a win? Ali, did you get a win?
I did not. I went 1-1 this week, but I gotta say I'm not as disappointed because I feel that I have all my puzzle pieces there. I just need to figure out how to put them together. So yeah. I'm kind of excited. I'm good. It's still early in the season. There's time to rebound, guys.
Well, I will make the point. You are the only co-host on the show that is in positive on the listener league. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Ali, I feel the same way. I feel like I do have the puzzle pieces. I just feel like somebody came by and kicked it out of my hands today, this week,
Oh, like a really bad Risk game or Monopoly? Somebody flipped my table. Yeah.
I got to figure out what I was doing to begin with and then try to get back there.
Yeah, I did notice something, and I was going to share this for later. It's written into the pod later, but did you know that Sleeper actually shows you your max roster so that if you properly set your lineup, this is what you would be? Yeah, I just noticed that this weekend, and I'm like, oh, isn't that a kick in the teeth? That's nice.
Yeah.
To know what I would have done. I like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love hate it because I would always do the math and be like,
oh, now you don't have to.
Now I don't have to. Yeah.
We're gluttons for punishment. Okay, on today's War Council, we're going to review those Week 3 battles, the ones we lost, and those infield accommodations to go with it, and then we're going to jump into our Week 4 Pick Ems. But first, the news.
Well, guys, I'm sure you saw this, but Tua, unfortunately, I think we jinxed him by how well we talked about him last week. He got injured mid-game, had to exit the game early, is planning to play Thursday. Unfortunately, it's a short week for him, so he doesn't have enough time to get better, but we'll see if he actually does play Thursday. And apparently he injured his back. Sorry, I should have said that sooner.
So, my opinion, Thursday games, avoid those Thursday games. Go search for another quarterback. This is where your backup quarterback comes into play, people.
I 100% agree. Yeah,
I'm listening.
if it wasn't a short week, I would say for sure, but it's too risky. It's your main quarterback. You can go with it with him not playing one game. Just move on. So
yeah, definitely.
But we'll see.
At least he didn't break his ankle.
At least that is true.
Yeah. All right. Next bit of news. Sad bit of news. I saw it happen. It kind of sucks the way this went down. Giants wide receiver Sterling Shepard suffered a torn ACL and was carted off the field. The circle of both teams came out and were giving him handshakes and patting him on the shoulders and giving him encouragement as he was leaving. That was pretty cool. He was just running down the field and then just grabbed his knee and went down. And so that's not a good sign. That's not, it's not a hit or anything like that. And he's also 29, so it might be the end for Sterling Shepard.
Super sad because the beginning never came.
Yeah.
There was such high hopes for this kid. They're going to have to turn
Darius Toney now. I've drafted him in every league. And as soon as I start dropping him, something like this happens. Of course.
Yeah, it's going to be all eyes on Toney now. But this is sad because I thought such good things about Sterling Shepard. I really thought being this was his, third year. So I really thought he'd take that step up this year. And
he played with Eli his rookie season.
Yeah, wow. Goes way back. It's a shame. Giants are actually doing okay this season, doing a lot better than last season. I don't think they could afford to lose a weapon like that. So it's we'll see who can step up in his shoes.
Oh, let's call a reconnection with Odell Beckham. He's still out there, guys. We know this. So, all right. And the NFL has announced that the Pro Bowl will disappear and will be replaced by a week-long skills competition and flag football game. I love this. I love this.
I'm pretty sure we said that after the last Pro Bowl, where we said that exactly what it is on here is what should happen. I agree.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. I mean, especially right before the Super Bowl, you don't want to risk players getting injured. I mean, it's just it's a great decision. And apparently, I don't know if you guys heard this, but it's Peyton Manning's production company who's going to run this.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
Yeah. They announced it on the Manning cast last night, and Manning is going to be the coach for the AFC. And he was like, "Come on, Eli, you should do the NFC. Come on!" And he was egging his brother on about it. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I hope that happens. That'd be cool. Yeah, I've always enjoyed those competition skills when it comes to the Pro Bowls, so I'm glad they're going to extend that to a week long and not just a few hours of what they do, you know? Yeah. I always feel like lately, especially, those are crammed into like it's an hour episode, hour and a half, and you miss it. So.
Yeah. Peyton last night on the Manning cast was like, and we're going to do more things for linemen. We're going to have like a hot dog eating contest or something like that.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can't wait. Everybody loves the Pro Bowl. Right on.
It'll be fun. Well, in some sad news to transition to, Mac Jones unfortunately injured his leg, had a high ankle sprain. He was carried off. I don't know if you guys saw the little still that they had in some of the articles, but it's just him looks like him screaming in pain. Yeah. So it's we'll see how quickly he can rebound from this one.
Yeah, high ankle sprains, 4 to 6 weeks usually. So gonna be rough.
For non-quarterbacks though, he's a pretty statuesque quarterback. Typically, they're gonna put him out there and just be like, "Good luck." Yeah. Now they know you're not going anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll see.
And more injury news. Chargers left tackle Rashawn Slater expected to miss the season with a ruptured bicep, and I think I heard a partially torn pec.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. That's painful. Oh my goodness,
Dude,
right?
Sounds painful. Like that's terrible.
I heard when those completely tear, the muscle just rolls and it's a balled up muscle in the corner. Okay. CeeDee Lamb, not injured, but should be. I don't know. Maybe like up there for pride or something. Did you guys see the wide open touchdown pass that he dropped with nobody around him?
Yep.
Yeah.
He dropped it, but he made it up at, what was it, third quarter when he came in and grabbed that one-handed catch in the corner. It was nice. It really was.
I did see that one-handed grab, and that was very nice because it's finally nice to see him get something this season because I think that was his first touchdown, if I'm correct.
But that's like, knocking a squirrel out of the tree with a rock and then catching it before it hits the ground and saying, "I saved the squirrel." So, he wouldn't have had to make that one-handed catch if he freaking scored the touchdown to begin with,
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, no one around him, that ball hit him, and he just dropped it. It's like, I'd put myself on the injury report with, a broken finger or something and claim that, it did something to me just out of pride to put myself there,
What my thing is, the sideline, Kellen Moore, his offensive coordinator, is clapping, 2 thumbs up, good job. And it was like, what is he doing? And Mike McCarthy, giving a thumbs up. And we're like, did they think he caught the ball? What happened there? I guess he only responds to very positive reinforcement,
That's hilarious. I didn't catch that part. Oh,
That's funny.
uh,
Well, hey, in this week's Raiders news, and by the way, guys, I did have a listener reach out to me who's a Raiders fan who would like to come on our show and just defend their Raiders for a little bit.
welcome. We
Come
welcome
defend
this.
your 0-3 Raiders. Do it.
Yeah, we welcome this.
Look, so in Devontae Adams came out frustrated and angry with the team's 0-3 start. And I gotta say this, I don't know if you guys have watched some of the games. I don't have the NFL pack, so I can't watch all the games or the red zone. So I do watch what's on TV most of the time. And obviously they play the Raiders every weekend because of the fan base. I have seen a few of the games, and it is kind of heartbreaking on how they're losing. I know you guys have seen the highlights, or we talk about it every week. So I can understand when Devontae Adams is coming from, and he's coming from a place where they were getting into the playoffs almost every season, and so this is it's a good wake up call for him. Like there's a lot.
As much as we dislike Aaron Rodgers, he is very talented at what he does, tossing dimes 60 yards downfield. So
Yeah. But Devontae Adams is
he knows a
frustrated.
tool.
So is Aaron Rodgers because his rookies are dropping passes too.
Oh yeah, isn't
Couple
it nice
of
to see both sides frustrated with
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah. You needed each other.
Yeah, you needed each other. It's okay.
Giants looking to trade Kenny Golladay if situation does not improve.
I don't think it's gonna improve. Just
Yeah,
saying.
well, now,
Yeah.
well, now they're a little bit more desperate since Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
You know,
they're not gonna trade him. They can't.
yeah, no
Yeah,
way.
they're gonna keep him.
They've
Yeah,
got
they
to
keep
keep
him.
But they've
I
got to
bet they
start
could
playing
still go out
Kadarius
and get
Toney.
somebody else.
Everyone, if Kadarius Toney is out there, pick him up.
Very true. Very true. All right. The NFL is to investigate the Miami Dolphins for how they handled the Tua concussion on Sunday. Apparently, they mishandled this. I did not catch this, but apparently he went into the tent and came out of the tent a little quickly for a concussion test, I guess.
He went down and was like pushed after the play, and he was like backpedaling but couldn't keep up with the momentum, and he fell, and the back of his head hit the turf. And then he laid there for a little bit and then got up, and as he was like jogging towards the huddle, he just totally like collapsed. Like fell down, like, whoa, like, and then as he's like getting up, you can tell he's like woozy. And so they took him to the locker room and did the concussion testing, and then they say, well, and then they said that he was fine, and they cleared him and put him back on the field. And then they said the reason why he was woozy is from a back injury that he suffered earlier in the game. And so that's why everybody's like, back injury? Why are you like collapsing after that from a back injury? You know,
That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
it's a little like, you know, if the back injury is so severe that you can't walk, then maybe you shouldn't be playing either, kind of deal, you know? So there's a lot of like, it's a little strange.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. Well, good luck, Miami.
Yeah, they're playing well this season. Just take care of your players, man. It's a long season.
We've never had wins like this. Get back in there.
Yeah.
Yes, Mom. I'll go right now, Mom.
They were like, last time they were 3-0, Dan Marino was the quarterback.
No kidding. All right, and to wrap up this week's news, in some entertainment news, I'm sure everyone here heard, for Super Bowl halftime show, Rihanna has agreed to sign on. There are rumors there are going to be more. I believe Taylor Swift already declined. There's been some artists have declined, but you know, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to research this because when Dr. Dre performed the Super Bowl halftime show last year, there was all these rumors going around that the NFL does not pay these artists to come and perform, and everything they do, they have to do it at their own cost. And I want to read about this because that makes sense why some of these established artists are like, you know what, we don't need this. Taylor Swift, what fans is she going to get if she does this? But
Well, it's always come down to we wonder why amazing bands and bigger names don't step up and pick up this. And I don't know, like I've always questioned why certain names get the shows and certain names don't get shows. Well, this would be a big if they're not paying and the bands have to pay, or it's a little, I don't know, it's a little wonky. But Apple Music just got the halftime show for the next I don't know how many years. So Apple Music wins the halftime show, and that's why they put in Rihanna as their first sign on.
I thought it was Dre's production company that's doing it.
No, that was last year.
No, it is. That was last year.
Yeah,
His company was the one that ran the halftime show for last year. Apple Music won it this year, and they get to run it for I think 5 or 10 years.
Dude, I'm excited for Rihanna.
Man,
I mean, I told Chas. Chas likes Rihanna. Rihanna's got some good music, so I'm actually kind of like it. So I was just hoping they pair some good names, and I heard Taylor Swift was rumored. That's why I wrote it down, but apparently she declined, so I didn't catch that.
We'll see. I actually really enjoyed last year's halftime show. I was like, "This is the music."
Too.
I was like, "This is great. This is our music." And finally, someone younger generation. Then I realized, like, no,
younger,
yes,
younger. Oh.
We're not.
But then, there's a large swath of the population that are shaking their canes at the TV and being like, what's this smut on the TV? Meanwhile,
you're going up there.
Yeah.
I feel like I have my
his guitar,
No, I
right.
really enjoyed it. It was a great show.
Yep.
I hope that if Apple Music's winning the halftime show, I'm curious as to does Apple win because remember, DirecTV loses it this year. So who gets the NFL package this year? And I'm really hoping Apple gets it, personally.
I thought it was Apple.
No one has won this yet. It has not been won yet.
They're the forerunner, though, I think.
There are 2 forerunners. It is Apple and Amazon as the forerunners at the moment. I'm really hoping Apple, because Apple's plan is to separate out each team. I could buy just the Buccaneers and then just the Chicago Bears. And then you could be like, hey, I want the Red Zone channel too,
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool.
So smart. And it would be way more reliable than the crap that they're going through this year, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for healthy competition and give us more options. So let's do it.
All right. So before we dive into our battles, we have a question. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have a question into the show. Josh from Stockton, California writes in, hey, Generals, need some help this week. I'm sitting at 1-2. Wah, 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 and don't want to fail or fall any further. Help me out. Here's my roster and waivers. Please help. Thanks, Generals. So, gotta love it when people write in questions and then just kind of snapshots, right? Okay, so we have... let's take a look at his team, shall we? Quarterback, Russell Wilson. He's got 3 wide receiver leagues, so it's CeeDee Lamb, Elijah Moore, and Brandon Cooks. His running backs are Saquon Barkley and Aaron Jones. He has a tight end, which is Darren Waller, and then a flex, David Montgomery. He's got on his bench Breece Hall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Christian Kirk, Kenneth Walker, Sterling Shepard. Going to go that into an IR slot. And then he's got Chris Godwin in an IR slot. Oh, my. Justin Tucker and Tampa Bay defense. Fellas, he sent in a snapshot of his waiver wire. How do we help this man out?
Well, I'll start it out by saying you got some key pieces already on your bench that I would recommend playing over some of the players that you have in your lineup. CeeDee Lamb, he finally showed up. You heard us talk about him a little bit earlier in the podcast. That's a coin toss. I would take out Elijah Moore, Brandon Cooks, and replace with Amon-Ra St. Brown 100%, and Christian Kirk. Like, he's been getting massive. Both of those guys are getting massive targets, solid receptions, few touchdowns. And as far as your third spot, keep rotating until Chris Godwin gets back. And I think you have great running backs with Barkley and Jones. Waller is solid. You have a solid team there. I just think you got to play the right players.
So with the recommendation, if you cannot move Sterling Shepard into a second IR slot, and you only have one, because it doesn't mention if he has multiple here, if you can't move Sterling and open that up, I would drop Sterling. Looking at your waiver wires, I see Romeo Dobbs about 8-10 spots down.
Yep.
Who is looking like he may take over the number 1 spot to Green Bay. And then at the very top of that list, I see Khalil Herbert, who's going to take over for your injured flex running back, David Montgomery. If you can get your hands on Herbert, that man had a phenomenal week this week. And I know that because he earned all those points sitting on my bench.
Yep. And for Herbert, I would drop Kenneth Walker at this point if it's not a dynasty league.
Correct. Yeah. I don't see Walker making any moves or doing anything special at this point. No need to hold on to him anymore.
Yep.
So
drop Sterling for Dubs and Walker for Herbert. Agree completely. It looks like Alexander Madison's not available on his either, so that would be a different avenue for those out there looking.
Yeah, you would definitely see that. That is the tie. I like that. That is very kind of them to send their waiver wire. So look at that.
Hopefully this helps.
Yeah. Hope that we were a help to you, Josh, and good luck on your waivers this week. And yeah, okay. Let's dive into the week 3 battles, shall we? In our first battle of the evening, it appears the Dallas Cowboys did have a good day, or at least the owner, or at least this owner, he did. So many of them. 180.01 to 160.93. Guerrilla warfare strikes again, and this time against our very own co-host, the Carpetbaggers. Allie lost by 19.08. Oh, man, which looks like a lot, but actually this week is our closest battle. And you know what that means? Allie is the recipient of this week's Purple Heart for losing the closest battle. And yes, the Chiefs did lose to the Colts. And here the Chiefs lost to the Cowboys. Yeehaw! Congrats, Scott, on another victory. Fix that tight end spot, though, because that 0 didn't hurt you this week, but I have a feeling it's going to come back and bite you later.
Yeah, his 0 came, I think it was a game time decision, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah. And I was texting him, too, and I was like, you got a 0, and he's prepping for the hurricane coming at the coast. So,
man.
Yeah.
Guys had a rough couple
No
months.
excuse.
Yeah.
And here I thought I had a chance, but then I immediately realized my mistake I knew I shouldn't have played the Bills this weekend, the defense. I knew they had a couple of key guys out. I was like, you know what? They've done well. Let's see how the team does. But I made a mistake. I left the Eagles on the bench that scored almost 65 points. That would have easily let me win this week.
Oh, yeah. This is where I noticed the max points, and when I looked at your name, it said 233 points. Yes. You would have been our second highest score of the week. So,
yeah.
Phenomenally done. And I'm really liking that max points. That's really going to a finger into the ribs every week because you're like, I could have done better.
You might want to drop the Bills with them missing Poyer and Hyde if that continues for the season, because that really just tanks their entire defense.
It really
Yep.
did. It really
Yeah.
did. I'm keeping them for now. I have hopes. Hopefully they'll come back. But here's what I'm very excited about. And for the listeners listening, look at the Eagles' schedule for the rest of the year.
Yes. I know. Ah!
Again, if you haven't picked up the Eagles defense, I feel they're going to be that. I don't know if you guys remember the Patriots defense about 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They were just racking up those points because of their schedule and how easy it was.
That was my last championship. Thank you.
Yeah. That's this year with the Eagles. So, sorry, Daniel.
I have only myself to blame.
It's those when you look at waivers and go, I'll grab you later, and you should not have waited till later.
Yeah.
I've had those moments too. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Scott. Good job, buddy.
All right. In our next battle, the Voodoo Man put a spell on dead presidents and takes home the W. Eugen Ambush put up 169.4 points to 139.25 from dead presidents. In this rough week for Hoser, he had 3 players top 20 points on his entire team. Well, Mario only had his defense and the outlier Roquan Smith, who was the top scorer of the matchup with 35. Other than that, the rest of their team kind of hurt there. Justin Jefferson has been a disappointment the last 2 weeks and has been a top contributor for Mario's losses. Joe Flacco only scored 0.7 points for him this week, the last week that he's probably going to be playing for the season as well. The quarterback woes this year are for real. Good job maximizing your team, Jose, with only 2 bench players outscoring their starting counterparts. Let's see if you start stacking these wins.
Yeah, this was the second one I picked over you guys. Man, I did really well in the Pick Ems this week. I love it. Our only difference.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I love how our differences shifted. We'll talk about it later. Don't worry. No, go Hoser, man. I'm really happy he did well here. He sent me a trade offer this week, and I wanted to reach out because I can talk to him here. I know he listens weekly. I'm sorry I've been super busy with the baby and just work and everything, buddy, so I didn't get a chance to reach back out to you. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to accept that offer. He's wanting Javonte Williams for DJ Moore, and he was handing me better picks. And at this point in the season, I see he's 2-1 and I'm 3-0, and I'm not going to dismantle my team for picks. Go reach out to those 0-3 managers. They'll dismantle their teams for picks. I want studs, buddy. So.
Hey, John, I just want to do a fact check on you because you are not 3-0, sir. You're 2-1.
I'm 2-1. I lost this week. You can go. So. You can go.
All right.
So.
We also had a request from our manager MIA this week.
Yeah.
That Ali read the MIA
statement.
Step
into this, please.
So Mario scored 139.25, almost not being MIA, but unfortunately John just pulled himself up with 140.24. But with that said, Mario, what happened, buddy? I was so excited about your team this year. You have the best wide receivers, but then you start Joe Flacco. Jets don't want to start Joe Flacco. You did. What did I do to deserve this? You're making me look so bad. You have no idea. Do you know the risks I took to say you had the best draft this year? Bro, I need you to do me a favor. Don't waste poor James Robinson's performance and keep him on the bench. He and you deserve better. Let's hope this is your last MIA because right now you have 2 and we just finished week 3. And you know what that means? Cannon fodder!
First time of the year to hear those cannons. Woohoo! Wakes you up, doesn't it?
Jeez.
Yeah, he took that bullet for like a 0.9. And when I saw it yesterday, I think it was like 0.8 something. And I'm like, I texted him and I was like, I'm praying for no change, no point change, because it's literally, if he got a point, it would change things. And I'd be MIA.
Yeah.
He took that bullet and I'm not MIA.
You are not. You are not.
Yeah, that's cool. So, you know what it made? I know I lost, but at least the loss was just a little better, I guess.
I think it's only my family so far that have gotten the MIA, right?
Correct.
My uncle the first week, and then my brother 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, your brother texted me and says he wears a heavy crown and he shall hold it for one more week. I do appreciate you holding on to that heavy crown.
So funny.
Well, in our next battle, Daniel, Boston Teabaggers, the battle of the balls, I like to say,
Yeah.
versus Lead Balls. Lead Balls was able to hold off Daniel with the win of 188.95 to 149.19. Daniel, I'd like to know who you're paying as for your quarterback next week, because I'm going to put some money down that they'll leave mid-injury or mid-game with an injury. So I like for you to let me know, because sadly Tua was hit with your curse last week, and of course we knew that Trey was hit the week before. I'm surprised you didn't have Dak Prescott in week 1. Would have just hit the trifecta. To add injury, no pun intended, to insult, Swift also left the game early for you, so they only put up a few points, not putting up their full potential. I can't even tell you that your bench could have done any better, because literally everyone except Nick Bolton, linebacker for KC, absolutely sucked. So you have a lot of work to do. You can't put that much pressure on poor Nick Bolton. He can't carry the team with you. Not even Carlos Wentz on your bench was able to save you. Yeah, I said that time on purpose.
Yeah.
You have to give it to Lead Balls, though. Pulled through with Andrew, San Fran D, and Josh Allen, putting up some solid numbers, getting him 2-1 for the season. So congrats, Lead Balls.
Yeah, big congrats. He didn't get weighed down this week.
You suck.
That sounds more like it. Yeah. Daniel, you're like the Madden cover curse now. Yeah.
Dude.
Your weekly quarterback is just going to go down. I'm with this.
Sure. That's brutal. I haven't had a quarterback score above 15 points for me this entire season.
You heard it here, listeners.
Oh, you ain't gonna win doing that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard it here, soldiers. Don't go to any quarterback that he's playing. We're going to ask you weekly now. I think weekly quarterback watch. So
that's fine, because if it ends up being Tua, then I'm going to have a shout out and a party every time you ask me.
Woo! All right. Let's our next battle. On this battlefield, Godzilla rose to the challenge. 197.53 to 170.47. Cool Hand Dude couldn't muster enough, anything to stop the rising tide of Godzilla. She was trapped under a net last week, but after that, she said no net can hold her, and terrorized the local village of Vincentopia and began to pillage. With a victory of 27.06, she takes this week's Medal of Distinction, making this her second medal distinction of the year. This medal is for the highest score of the week. 49.62 points from the leading MVP vote right now, Lamar Jackson, was not enough to stop this monster. Her and her chubby continue to carry this team over the line. 21.9 points from her chubby helped that light the way, even with the exit of Montgomery from the Bears game, which struck more near to the heart than just her fantasy team. This couldn't put out the fire and the desire to win. Her defensive players, Hicks and Edwards, carried this week on their backs 27 and 31 points respectively. And the funny thing, sleeper, and we mentioned this a few minutes ago, with the amazing, every week I learn something new. You can actually see the max points, right? And it's the what if points. I gotta love it. Well, she would have scored 237 points, right? Crazy. Congratulations on another big win, honey. Godzilla is coming.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
Poor Vince had 6 players score under 4.8 points.
Yeah.
That's a rough
It's a tough week.
Yeah.
Not
Yes,
just
it
him.
is.
It's a tough week.
It's a tough
Oh, this week was
That's right.
terrible. Yeah, this was a terrible week. You guys know I'm in 8 leagues. I went 2 for 8 this week.
Mhm.
And I don't even feel good about. So one of them was the listener league. Thank
Yep.
goodness I won that league this week.
Uh,
And the other was our Marvel league. And in that one, we invited Chas's uncle. So he's never played fantasy football before. So when I called him and told him Monday, I said, "Hey, I felt like I just took candy from my son. Is there anything I can do to help you with your team this week?"
Damn.
Yeah, he got a good kick out of that one, though. So,
Man.
Look, I got to say, there's only, honestly, 2 teams that frighten me this year, and she's definitely one of them. She has an insane lineup. She's on top of it. Her waiver game is stronger than any of us combined. I just,
I
congratulations.
really would love to hear the second team that scares you.
I will let
No.
you know later. It's a spoiler.
It can't be me. It can't be me at 140 points. So let me tell you, just when you see a team do that, you're like, I can't be scared of that team anymore.
Neither one of you guys, so don't worry about it.
Chas's waiver game is definitely better than mine.
Yeah, I think it's better than all of ours.
All right. Our next battle, Alan earns himself the Bronze Star for biggest blowout with a point differential of 40.51 points. So it was pretty close this week between all of us compared to our 60 points last week. This week's fantasy football scoring was typified by John's SC Slave Runners. He has all of the top players on his team, and he was only 0.8 points away from being manager MIA of the week. We all feel his pain. Ellen's unnamed team did enough, putting up 180.75 to SC Slave Runners 140.24. Looking at the matchup, he was led by Jalen Hurts and Packers D, both putting up over 30 points, and they definitely were the difference makers in this slosh fest of the week. John had 5 players score 5 or under this week. Ouch. I'm sure we'll all get back on track next week, but I'm hoping Ellen doesn't.
Yeah, I did notice who plays who next week.
Yeah.
I need to get into that one. That was actually exciting. I was typing this earlier, and I'm like, "Blah!" And I heard Chas go, "What was that?" And I'm like, "You'll hear it on the podcast later." Yeah. Rough week. This one hurt. I knew by lunchtime how bad this was. I had 47 points to my name by the morning games being over. It was 1:00, and I had only 47 points.
Yeah, it was tough. I think, and I'm surprised you kept Tom Brady in and didn't hit the waiver wires for another quarterback, but it is slim pickings out there. I mean, Tom is Tom, but he's missing every one of his wide receivers out there. So.
Completely honest. You want to be completely honest? Honestly, I never looked to Sunday morning.
Stupid!
Just so tired. I ended up working Sunday, and with baby, it's just checking my team this year has been
this with excuses. Don't start.
gone. Oh man, I honestly look at my bench.
He's not
It said-
excusing.
Yeah.
It said 170. Look at my max points. It said 170. So I know that there was nothing I could have done to make my week better,
True.
which makes me feel so much better. So
That's right. Your
least
son
I-
is our secret weapon.
oh, I mean, if I'm holding him on Sunday, he's my good luck. But if I'm not
Yeah.
holding him, he's everyone else.
Very nice.
All right, guys. Well, again, hell of a week. Hopefully better luck next week. So let's move on to now the treasure hunter of the week. And I am proud to say that I won it this week with picking up the Philadelphia Eagles off of the waivers. Unfortunately, I left them on my bench, and that was a big reason why I lost. But Daniel, I know you have some comments on that. You have some great reasons why it was a great idea to pick up the Philadelphia Eagles.
I explained why it was such a good idea, and then there I go and question myself and not pick them up on waivers, and then I'm like hemming and hawing, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get them later. I don't know why I was hemming and hawing, and then I see that you pick them up, and I lost my shit a little bit.
I'll be honest.
I was so sad.
I'll be honest. When we do this podcast, if there wasn't someone that was already on my list that I wanted to pick up on the waivers, I don't utilize what you guys say and go on there and pick them up because I just don't think that's fair. But when I saw it there, like 2 days later after waivers, I was like, all right, I gave you enough time. That's where I realized.
Fair.
So
fair.
Yeah.
I have only myself to blame when you beat me with them in the playoffs.
Courtesy went out the window there.
Yeah.
So
When do we play? When do I have look forward to facing them and losing to you by? And what week would that be? I wonder.
We'll see. I'll definitely play them though. I'll definitely.
All right. So on last week's Pick Ems, I went 4-1. While these two both went 1-4. Yes, I thought we'd mention that again, guys. Congratulations, by the way. Let's see how we all fare this week while choosing the outcomes, and let's pick them.
Well, in the first game, it's going to be a great game. It is husband versus wife, John versus Godzilla herself. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and pick Godzilla on this one because I fear her and not you, John.
I have seen the tide shift, and look, both of you have gone against me. Check this out.
That's right. I'm going with the uterus as well.
I fear nothing because this week I won the Pick'ems and I shall do it again. So, all right. That's okay. I will pick myself. I'm keeping true. You must have positive attitude and use that magic. And let me tell you, the magic of my child is sticking true. So, our next battle is the Boston Teabaggers versus Allen, Mixon's Brigade. Again, we differ. Gentlemen.
It's us against you now.
I like this. I see this all the way down. We differ all the way, except for our last pick. And how funny is that? I love it. So I am going Mixon's Brigade. It's purely base up matchups and things I liked from him. And Daniel, I need to see your quarterback. We discussed this. So
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm going with Boston.
You're like, I need to see my quarterback too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going with Boston. Look, there's some solid quarterbacks still on the waivers. Just don't pick up Jameis Winston, but everyone else is solid on there.
Can I share? Cooper Rush, Dallas Cowboys quarterback, doing phenomenal. Just saying. All right. Yeah, I like it. We're different here, guys. I like it.
Yeah. And in our third matchup, Cool Hand Dude versus Guerrilla Warfare.
Oh, I'm gonna stick with Guerrilla Warfare. He's gonna go 3-1.
I like Cool Hand's team, so I'm going with Cool Hand.
Giving
him his first win of the season. I see.
Guerrilla Warfare is making me eat my own foot. Yeah, he's pulling through. He's a good team. I'm going for him this week.
Done picking on the Dallas Cowboys, I see. Okay. I like it.
Now, Cool Hand Dude is one of the top scorers in our league, which is kind of hilarious. Poor guy. Okay.
Well, I mean, don't you know all about this one? You've been
I know
in the bottom of the league and one of the top scorers, so it's, we've all been in this position before, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, we have.
It does happen. Well, we hope that he turns it around. I'm sure Guerrilla Warfare just hopes that it's not against him. So
Yeah.
Union Ambush, the Voodoo Man himself, takes on Lead Balls. We have our first 2-1 versus 2-1. Look at this. Oh, no. I'm sorry. What am I saying? The very first matchup, me versus Chas. We're both 2-1. I'm an idiot. Well, I guess I'm just foot in my mouth all over tonight. Check it out, people.
I'm going with the Voodoo Man.
Did you just change?
No, it's been that way.
Oh, okay. I saw you typing there. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, the Voodoo Man. Oh, look, you're the differ here.
I am. I'm going with Lead Balls. I like his team. I think he's going to do well. Nothing against Voodoo himself, but I like his lineup. I like what he's doing here.
You know, initial thought.
He likes the way the balls line up.
What's it? It's he likes the silhouette. He likes the silhouette.
Yeah. Very nice.
The silhouette. Yeah, I'm gonna go Voodoo Man myself. Magic together. But I gotta say, my initial instinct when I first saw this, Lead Ball's name popped in the back of my head, and I went, but I gotta stick with the Voodoo Man. So
yeah, you guys are making my comments too easy tonight. All right, our last battle: Dead Presidents versus the Carpetbaggers.
I think the Carpetbaggers are going to be rolling up a dead president.
I agree.
We'll see. I do want to clarify because Daniel, I'm looking at the stats here, and I have scored the most in the league, and I am 1-2.
Yes.
So, yeah. So
I'd also like to point out that I selected you to win here, and look, there's no hate.
Yeah, I see that. You know what? You're a better man than I am.
Oh, that's okay. I'll be very happy when I win this week over my wife. It just makes the win sweeter.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you, soldiers, for joining us. Write in those questions. We are here to help you with those start, sit, and trade questions. FFWC23@gmail.com or hit us up at @war_fantasy on Twitter. Tune in next week to see who wins the Bronze Star, who takes home the Purple Heart, and who will be our next manager MIA. Will it be Mario again? Thanks for marching with us, and as always,
Stay vigilant, soldier.